So Goa has become the first state in India that is now officially COVID-19 free. It's a green zone, and there's a lot of effort that's been put up by the frontline workers, the police force, the medical staff. And speaking about all of that today, joining us right now, Utkrisht Prasoon. He is the SP of North Goa. Sir, thanks very much for speaking to The Logical Indian. I want to first begin by congratulating you. I think you've achieved a major feat. To all those watching us right now, how did Goa manage to do that?
Was a awareness amongst everyone about the necessity of the lockdown right from day one. So that has largely helped. Like success of any lockdown anyway depends on how much public cooperates with the authorities who are trying to enforce it. And right from day one, we have seen that whenever we have passed on any instructions, the public has listened to us and they have cooperated with us and they have complied with it also. So that was of a major help here. In North Goa, lockdown had initiated this fixing of borders right from day one. We had seen the borders with the strong police deployed at each and every border checkpoint and also at the internal roads which are coming from Maharashtra and Karnataka. It is still there. Also, our forces have been only increased with time, with more vigilance. And right now we have the workers also at the border along with an executive magistrate. So we have two departments currently manning the border, which is, I believe, a unique thing in its own right. And that has ensured that borders are very strongly manned with both the states of Karnataka and Maharashtra. Within the state, within the districts, we have been trying to enforce the guidelines issued by Ministry of Home Affairs which have been issued right from 24th March and updated from time to time. We have made sure that our staff is deployed in 8-hour shifts so that staff does not get weary and does not get worn out with time. And we have made sure that all important junctions are strongly manned by Nakabandi points and whichever are the public places, market areas, we have ensured that social distancing takes place at all these areas by our strict visit. Some areas we have deployed our staff, some areas we have with our police patrolling, but we have made sure to note that social distancing norms are being maintained in all market areas right from day one.
So, one of the major challenges perhaps with Goa that many people who are living in other states saw was the influx of the people coming from all across the world, it being Goa being one of the major tourist destinations. Was that something that hindered your operations to begin with? Because, in large parts of other countries as well, tourists are hiding. They are not coming out in open. They don't want to go back, of course, to Europe and various other countries that they've come from. So how difficult was it with Goa being a tourist destination?
With regards to tourists, where the problem was twofold. The first thing was that the number of tourists were stranded due to the lockdown. Some of the foreigners have been stranded here. So one of our focus areas has been to help them out and enforce the MHA guidelines in that regard. We have to make sure that they are well taken care of and then they are not evicted from any place. That is something which we have to make sure, and simultaneously that essential supplies are provided to them. So that was one of the focus areas. With regards to the susceptibility of COVID cases, I believe that all the screening had begun from very early on, right at the airport, and the health department has been making track of all the tourists coming from different places, which has helped them screen and find out the patients whose steps are to be taken. But as I told you, that's much of an issue here. The issue here was to take care of foreigners and tourists who are stranded here, to make sure that whichever complaints they have about not getting supplies or whatever are attended to, and the district administration along with the police attended to each and every complaint. The state made a separate nodal officer for foreigners and a separate nodal officer for tourists. Our department also coordinated with different departments. Whichever complaint we had about foreigners were attended to, and they were also helped in their own right.
Okay, so there are two kinds of stories that are emerging right now when you talk about the police force. One, the story, of course, where in Delhi and in Punjab, you see police officials celebrating birthdays of those in quarantine, those who cannot really go out, youngsters. And the other story, of course, is of police brutality, whether either police is beating up those who are coming out of their homes or is not behaving very well with hawkers and vendors. In your own assessment in Goa, is that any problem that you faced in particular? And what was the direction that you gave to the local police personnel who are deployed on the ground? What were your instructions to them?
the first instruction which has been constantly being given to them is to be humane in their behavior. Because this is a difficult time for everyone, especially for people who are actually, you just mentioned. So we have told our men on the ground to always be humane in their behavior and no physical some kind of defects which will be performed anywhere. We have to do persuasion at our very best. And for that purpose, we resorted to making announcements and all our patrolling vehicles, all our inspectors in the field, all our staff had resorted to making announcements, and that itself had an impact here. We did not, other than one odd instance in the beginning, we did not have any complaint of any such kind, which you just mentioned, and I believe this is a very good. This shows that our force is comparatively very professional in this regard, and they have been very humane in their behavior. Whichever complaint we found of any person who is not, getting justice, we have tried to connect them with the food helpline which the government set up, and other than that, with help of NGOs and volunteers, we have tried to help them and make their needs whichever they can be met. We have tried to help them, and which has earned a lot of goodwill also amongst the general public. But as I told you, the general instruction to all our frontline people has been right from day one to be humane with everyone who is, as you said, you just mentioned hawkers and all. They have to be, they have to maintain the norms of social distancing, whichever, and that has been explained to them, and they have also largely cooperated.
Mm-hmm. All right. So my last question, I know you're very busy these days. My last question to you, as the lockdown ends, we know lockdown is a circuit breaker, so it's not a problem to the solution. What are the imminent challenges that you're seeing with people and with management of people as lockdown now eases out starting today?
The most important thing is, as I told you, that it's the awareness amongst the people. Right now, lockdown isn't ending today or something. It's only that certain exempted categories have been added, and a number of exempted categories have been added. And it's not like the lockdown is ending in itself. But the people have to understand that people should not venture out themselves, and they should not needlessly venture out, because there is a reason why we are currently in this phase of some activities being allowed after 20th, right up to the 3rd of May. So the main ultimate challenge is that people do not suddenly gather around straight away in the times of orders which are already in force. Mm-hmm. So we have to, and also another thing which is very important, is compulsory wearing of masks. So we have been doing every place, and right from 2 days back, our boys on the ground have been telling everyone that wearing of masks is compulsory, and you should not venture out needlessly into the public. It is only if you need an essential commodity, or if you are in the categories of services and works that have been affected by the government, and you have been called as the officer, only then you can come out. But our focus right now is going to be to enforce compulsory wearing of masks, and the public has been largely listening to us. Today we had almost complete compliance of that as far as today the first half of the number of people were there. They were wearing masks, and that is something which I believe is the most important thing. Simultaneously, we have to make sure that social distancing is self-imposed. Self-imposed is the most important challenge. People have been shopkeepers. They have made the circles everywhere. They put their own men to make sure that people are not gathering at one place together. They are at least 1 meter, 2 meter apart. So this has normalized over time, and I believe that going forward, people have to understand that lockdown cannot end straight away. It's a gradual phase-like situation. One place depends on another. So as it is, if we say so-called whatever, it's a challenge which we have to complete. Lockdown has ended. It is something which is a gradual process of allowing other activities. We have to make sure that public does not, public believes understands that people do not venture out needlessly. That is what we are trying to do today and for the next few days.
Absolutely. Well, all the best to you, sir. I hope it becomes easier for you going forward. Thanks very much for speaking to The Logical Indian. Thank you.